Hello, good morning, welcome to my channel. My name is Adecco. Today I'm going to share with you how I created this makeup look. I'm also going to talk about some ways to find a great job. So this is a highly demanded video, so many of you has been asking me to share with you how to find a job. So if you have just started an intern, or if you intend doing an internship, probably you're studying at the University of Rotterdam or Erasmus University Rotterdam or University of Amsterdam or Cambridge or Oxford University, these tips would come in handy. All right, so if you're studying at Cambridge or University of Dundee or University of Edinburgh and you're looking for a great company for internship, or you wish to go abroad, so there are several ways you can find a job. You can go on Indeed. Right, Indeed is a great website for finding a job. Second way is to go on Google. So Google is a search engine, so you can go on Google and search for a job in that specific area you wish to work. So for example, if you're a civil engineer, right, you're studying civil engineering at the University of Dundee and you want to do an internship with ExxonMobil in Scotland, right? Because ExxonMobil is in Scotland, and if you do want to work with them, you need to go on Google and search for internship wanted ExxonMobil Dundee or ExxonMobil Edinburgh or ExxonMobil in Aberdeen. So it all depends on where you wish to work or which company you wish to work with. So if you do visit a job center, you have to tell them you need a job, you're in need of a job. They might ask you, what is your qualification? They might ask about your qualification. You need to say, I have a master's in chemistry, or have a master's in business administration. It all depends on your qualification. So there are great Ausen Bureau or job centers I do recommend. So I do recommend Temple Theme, I do recommend Randstad, I do recommend Unique. Unique is in Rotterdam, very close to Black. So you also have Temple Theme close to the Hilton Hotel. Of course, you have the Shell building there, or the Hilton Hotel Rotterdam, very close to. So that's the second way. So I've just advised to you. The third way is to, ask friends, right? So you can ask your friends. I have been coaching and mentoring students during my master's degree studies at the University of Dundee, Scotland. I was a student mentor, so I was privileged to mentor some students, and I'm very happy. I still mentor. I do mentor till date, so I love and enjoy coaching persons to excel and become the very best. Also during my studies in the Netherlands, I also coached and guided students on how to find companies for internship, and also on how to build websites and more. So it's very important to be helpful. So I've just advised you the third way, right? So the fourth way is to, go to an accent bureau. In Dutch it's called Ausen Bureau. I don't know what that is called in English language. I think it's called, I don't know what it's called, but I'm going to come up with a name. So it's called Job Center. Sorry, I know what it's called. It's called Job Center, right? So if you need a job, you can go to job center in your area. So you can go to the job center in Amsterdam, or job center in London, or the job center in Aberdeen. It all depends where you live. So if you do need a job in London, you have to go to Adecco's office, right? So you have to call them, give them a ring and say, hey, I do need a job. I am in need of a job. I want to work for your company. So they might ask you, what is your qualifications? What did you study? So you might answer, or you may answer, oh, my name is so and so person. I have studied this and that. So by so doing, you'll be able to land yourself a good job. All right. So I'm very, very happy with this mentoring and coaching. So please go on my website, myfabulousbeauties.com. You'll find Adecco on the top column. I also mentioned some great multinational companies such as NNPC, Chevron, Shell, ExxonMobil. So these are great companies. I added them on the top pages of my website. So if you're in need of a good company to work for as an engineer, you might be living in Suriname, Curacao, Amsterdam, Rotterdam, London, Belgium, China, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran. It doesn't matter, because these great top-notch multinational companies are present worldwide, right? So now I'm going to talk about Dangote. So I love to share with you guys fun fact. So I'm going to talk about Dangote today. Dangote is a Nigerian man. Dangote is very famous in Africa. He's one of the richest men in Africa. So why is Dangote so famous, you may ask? Dangote is very famous because he owns a lot of companies. He owns Dangote. His name is Mr. Adecco Dangote. He named his cement. So if you go on my website, myfabulousbeauties.com, I added some new top columns, some companies such as Dangote, Tesco. I think I added Top View Hotel in Asaba and Toscana Hotel in Asaba, and of course I added Victoria Crown Plaza Hotel in VI, right? So in Victoria Island, Lagos. I also added Oriki Spa. I added Jessica. So if you haven't heard of Jessica, Jessica Oz is a famous YouTuber. I've been following Jessica Oz for some years now, and I love her videos. She has beautiful videos. You just can't go wrong. So I also assisted in modernizing the website, and of course the letterhead for the companies. I mean, you know, the stationaries, yeah, you call that stationaries. So there was the gig, and of course I was paid for being an intern, and of course I was paid for coaching, right? So after that I also did my thesis, thesis company. I had a thesis company, and I also did some gigs, right? I had to call hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of companies in Nigeria. I called companies in the western part of Nigeria, the eastern part, the southern part, right? I called you guys and I asked, do you need mobile hospital trucks? And what was the answer? What was the findings? So during my research, I had to do a research of export of maternal mobile hospitals to Nigeria. So I called several hospitals in Abuja, some top-notch hospitals, such as the Turkish hospital there in Abuja, and of course so many others. I called some hospitals in Port Harcourt. I called several hospitals in Lagos. I believe I called Redden Hospital, I called Doran Hospital, and so many other hospitals. And I asked you guys, do you need mobile hospital trucks? And of course ambulances. 99% of all these companies I called said yes. And I also wrote and I did analysis. I wrote in about all these companies that said yes,